What's up, YouTube? I'm Mike, and today I'm back with technically another Matrix Revealed video. Although, honestly, this probably should just be called Stupidity Revealed. Uh, it's just, the shit that's going on in the world right now is mind-blowing. What I'm referring to today is the closing of the REI store in Portland, Oregon. If you don't know what REI is, this is a recreations outdoor store. They sell hiking equipment, biking equipment, basically anything you could possibly need for the outdoors, they sell it. And they have phenomenal stores. I've spent thousands of dollars begrudgingly in these stores. I say begrudgingly because while they have phenomenal products and great stores, they are basically pretty much exclusively staffed by some of the most vile people who've ever walked the face of the earth. And by that, I mean like the sandal-wearing Hillary Clinton ultra libtard voters. Like these granola leftist, I mean, it's just like the worst of the worst of the worst as it comes to the ultra left-wing people in our country. And so this is why I find it so entertaining that these stores are closing predominantly all over the West Coast. So this article published in the U.S. Sun has a quote that says, curtain call, when will it end? Fans cry as the iconic outdoor retailer with 186 stores closes last location in the area after 20 years. So REI has been operating in Portland, Oregon area for 20 years, and they are shuttering the doors. They're closing the business. They also recently laid off 357 workers, primarily at its headquarters in Seattle. They've closed countless stores all over the state of California. And so what's important to understand here is the reason why these stores are closing. They're closing because all of Joe Biden and these liberal governors' policies are failing on a massive level. They're not closing these stores because Donald Trump wrote angry tweets. They're not closing these stores because Donald Trump made world history when he met with Little Kim in North Korea and tried to create peace amongst two companies that have been, saber rattling for hundreds of years. They're not closing their stores because of the monumental success of the Trump agenda and the Trump administration. They are closing their doors because of the phenomenal failure of people like Gavin Newsom and Joe Biden, who have failed to protect the businesses in these liberal areas. In every one of the reports that you can read, like right here in this article, it says, plans for closure were announced back in April when the store revealed it recorded the highest number of thefts and break-ins in its 20-year history at this location. So here we have this situation where you've got this completely ignorant, absolute monstrous human being who is the press secretary for the Biden administration, and Gavin Newsom, who's the biggest fucking cuck that ever walked the face of the earth, yammering on about how Biden has been the most successful president in the modern era. Meanwhile, stores that are owned and operated by predominantly liberal people who voted for these men and their policies are losing their jobs because of the very policies they voted for. So you would think that this would wake these people up. You would think somewhere in California or Oregon or Washington State, they would have by now deduced that letting people break in and steal things with no consequences is really bad for business. Businesses are suffering in a major way in every liberal city and state in this country. Businesses are going under left and right, and yet what you have is just more insistence that their policies are actually working, when all of the evidence right here proves that they're not. This store reported more break-ins this year than in any other year in its 20-year history. There have been, the U.S. Sun previously reported on the closure and prior attempts the company made to keep the store open. The retailer, which has had a presence in downtown Portland for over 20 years, said in a statement that increased crime was the primary reason for its closure. Quote, in recent years, Portland has been dealing with increased crime in our neighborhood and beyond, the company began. Last year, REI Portland had its highest number of break-ins and thefts in 2 decades, despite actions to provide extra security. Though Mayor Ted Wheeler and the Portland Police Bureau tried to enhance security to convince REI to stay open, the store went forward with the move and closed its doors for good at 7 p.m. on February 1st. Fans of the gear and adventure store are not taking well to this news, with thousands of people taking to social media to mourn the loss of the store. So all of these libtard idiots are going to social media and wasting their breath mourning the loss of their beloved REI store instead of contacting their state officials, their governors, their mayors, their elected officials, and saying it's time to change our toxic policies toward crime and theft in this country and in this state. You cannot, this no bail system is failing. This idea that we have to just allow people to walk into stores, that if you steal less than, and the number keeps going up. Used to be it was theft under 50 was a ticket. Then it was like theft under $250 is a ticket. Now you regularly see videos of people just pushing multiple shopping carts out of Walmart stores and having nothing happen to them. These policies are failing on a monumental level, and it's costing liberals the things they want the most. This is a store, again, that is primarily owned and operated by some of the most left-leaning people in the world. If you've ever been looking, like if you've never seen like a transgender person in real life, walk into your local fucking REI store and you will find a smorgasbord of every gender identity, crazy fucking hair colors. Basically, like I said, the worst of the worst of the worst of this progressive leftist agenda. These are the people that primarily work in these REI stores. And so for a conservative like me, this is just, I mean, it sucks because I shop there too, like I said, begrudgingly. But it's hilarious to me when I see people who are losing the things they care about most in this world because of the people they elected to represent them. So how long is it going to take before these people are finally willing to admit that their policies don't work? Their border policy doesn't work. Their policy on crime doesn't work. Their policy on welfare doesn't work. Their policy on raising the minimum wage doesn't work. The entire liberal agenda, the entire progressive agenda is failing on a monumental level. Electric cars are failing. Wind turbines are failing. All of these things have been a total catastrophic loss. And yet the people who voted these policies into place just seem to go to double and triple down. They are just totally willing to go full fucking retard and continue to vote for ever increasingly bad ideas at the cost of their own communities and their own businesses. It is absolutely mind-blowing. So really, all conservative people need to do is just wait. Like, we just need to stand by and wait and watch this misery continue to unfold. I mean, it's only going to be a matter of time before they have no choice but to change their policies, or they'll be driving completely out of state to buy the goods and services they need because nobody will be able to stay in business in any of these cities. The same thing happened in the Fresno area, in California. San Francisco is a total shithole. All of these cities that are under the umbrella of these libtard governors, they're all going fucking tits up. It just keeps getting worse and worse by the day. And just wait. If they allow the comments to stay up on this video, you'll see them. They're going to jump in the comments on this video and they're going to say some of the most outrageous shit. Somehow, the closure of this store will probably get blamed on conservatives. It'll get blamed on, somehow Trump will be responsible for the fact that on Joe Biden's watch, crime and theft in Portland, Oregon reached a 20-year high. Somehow this is going to be blamed on conservatives. And that's why nothing gets any better for these people. And it's why I don't really, I'm going to keep preaching about it, but it's a hell of a lot of, I take a lot of pleasure in watching this happen. One of the greatest moments I have ever experienced in life was watching Hillary Clinton lose that election and watch all of those liberal women completely lose their minds. And that was minorly offset when Trump lost the election, but it has now just come back in roaring force, because when you vote a person out of office whose administration was a total and complete success, and then you vote in a guy whose administration is the very textbook definition of failure on all fronts, it's just like, I mean, what more could you ask for? So there you have it. REI has gone under again in another liberal city. Here in Dallas, we still have our REI, despite the fact that Dallas is also become a total libtard city. Crime here has not gotten out of control yet. And I suspect that it's because in Texas, if you commit crime, there's a high risk that you're going to get dealt with by one of the citizens of this state, who are hell-bent on making sure that it does not turn into the filthy, disgusting, vile, depraved cesspools that populate the entire western coast of this country. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.